A reading from the Gospel of John. When they had finished breakfast, Jesus said to Simon Peter, "Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these?" He said to him, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." Jesus said to him, "Feed my lambs." A second time he said to him, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" He said to him, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." Jesus said to him, "Tend my sheep." He said to him the third time, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" And Peter felt hurt because he said to him the third time, "Do you love me?" And he said to him, "Lord, you know everything. You know that I love you." Jesus said to him, "Feed my sheep." Very truly I tell you, when you were younger, you used to fasten your own belt and to go where you wished. But when you grow old, you will stretch out your hands and someone else will fasten a belt around you and take you where you do not wish to go. He said this to indicate the kind of death by which he would glorify God. And after this, he said to him, "Follow me." Here in these final verses, really final sentences from Jesus in the Gospel of John, we have Jesus this is post-resurrection Jesus having appeared once again by the sea with his disciples and his closest friends. And he has this one last one-on-one encounter with Peter, that faithful follower and friend. And he asks him not once, not twice, but 3 times, "Do you love me?" Now, there are some who will say that there's different words for love in the Greek and that this might be what Jesus was getting at, meeting Peter where Peter could meet him. But I want to focus just a little bit on the even simpler connection that's drawn in this passage. And that is Jesus saying to Peter and saying to any one of us who call ourselves followers of Christ, "Do you love me?" And the answer we give Jesus, "Yes, I love you," it will be met back with this simple command to feed, to tend, to care for those whom he loves. One more time, just one more way in this Gospel of John, this really kind of flowing and circular gospel at times where Jesus is saying over and over and over again, "If you love me, you will love the Father. If you keep my commandments, the Father loves you, and I love you, and the Father and I will be with you." Just one more connection Jesus is making for us to say, if we love him, we will care for those whom he loves, for those that have been entrusted to him by his Father. And Jesus is saying that to Peter in this final word, just before his final departure for this time. Jesus gives Peter a moment to, in a way, make up for the threefold not acknowledgement, not quite betrayal, but not acknowledging him the night he's taken away, and giving him the chance to have that threefold affirmation here, but really, truly looking at Peter and making the connection for him and thereby for us as we listen in on this exchange, to see just how much Jesus, in that direct one-on-one query, "Do you love me?" Then feed my sheep, tend my lambs, tend my flock. So if you find yourself face to face with Jesus one day asking, "Do you love me?" I hope for each of us that answer, "Yes, you know I love you, Jesus. You know everything about me and you know my life." Listen for what it is that Jesus has to say back to us, what it is that Jesus has to say back to you in particular. I listen for what it is that Jesus has to say back to me. What is it that I'm called to do in light of the fact that I love Jesus? May God be with you in this pondering for you this day. May God always watch over you and make you know your deep connection to God through Jesus and through the Spirit. May God bless you and God keep you this day and always. Amen.